Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 28 of our slow and immersive playthrough of Stellaris. We're playing an immersive slow campaign, effectively. We're playing as the Hesukaran Empire, which has taken over about a quarter of the galaxy up north. We got very lucky. We're playing on Grand Admiral difficulty, highly aggressive AI, no habitable worlds, no guaranteed habitable worlds, minimal habitable worlds in general. At least half of the AI started as advanced AIs, if possibly even all of them. It seems that I don't think we've had any empires actually taken out, and they were pretty strong to begin with. We've made it to 140 years in, so kind of what is classically referred to as the mid game, and I believe we had the mid game set in the settings to 2350, but I think it started a little bit earlier. So I just wanted to do a quick recap of the series and where we are as we enter into the mid-game. Now, we started off, as I mentioned, as the Hesukaran Empire, where a cybernetic creed, this empire pursues a divine calling, the fusion of exalted body and holy cybernetics. Augmentation is worship. We have ascended, I guess let's see what this means. What this really meant was that at the start, we had 4 branches of a cybernetic sort of creed, sort of church, and our spiritual pops received ritualistic implants. We were also, we had the philosopher king tradition, who, and our philosopher king, who, it says here, it is not enough to simply rule. The ship of state must be guided by a king that wields enough wisdom and knowledge to steer it true. So, intellectually, very, very powerful, I guess, we have a tradition of raising true imperial leaders, and they're, I guess, augmented and enhanced by all sorts of cybernetic implants. We're also supported by an imperial cult. The society has a dominant state religion where the ruler is worshipped as a living deity. So there you go, and there's reason for that, right? He's a philosopher king. They've always done well. We're kind of pretending that there's sort of these goat kind of type people. Look at our species quickly, Hesukar. We do have tundra preferences, right? Climate preferences. That's where we evolved on our original world of Kelzaka. We are conformists originally. These people always seek consensus and are more likely to conform to the governing ethics. They're natural engineers, of course, hence, why they became a cybernetic creed. Members of this species have a natural inclination towards engineering and material sciences, right? They've been tinkering all their life, trying to enhance themselves. And that's how they evolved. They are traditional, kind of, so a bit like herd-like, if you want, kind of they are obviously sentient, sapient kind of goat people, but they've evolved and they do value unity. Certain aspects of the species' cognition makes it predisposed to especially value historical precedents and group unity. They are, however, slow breeders. The species reproduces at a slow rate, lowering population growth. That was our original setup, and that's how our species evolved. Here in the system of Kel, on the world of Kelzaka, it evolved into, a spacefaring nation. That was 140 years ago. We took to the stars. We then expanded, kind of mostly to these, the immediate couple of constellations. We did encounter Dominion, and we'll talk about, who's who in the galaxy as part of the recap a little bit later. We also encountered the Hypnaran Combine, which is a criminal syndicate. We did kind of wall ourselves off, but then we, started our expansion westwards. Unfortunately, we didn't grab, these couple of constellations, making the map, kind of making our eyes making the eyes of the Emperor a little sore. I would really love this piece just to lock our empire down. In fact, this should probably also belong to us. That's how I would think as an emperor. But we did expand westwards pretty much unopposed, interestingly. A lot of the nations seem to have spawned south. We did have random placement, and we thought that was fair, given we have advanced AI, they could have spawned right next to us and vassalized us. But that's kind of what's gone on. We did expand. We did lock down, the right constellations fairly early on, as our brave scientists pushed on into universe. We did, however, then, once we, when we did the precursor chain, which was the Voltaeum, we did find the world of Voltamar, which scarily connected us with this space, which we've now conquered, but they were fanatical purifier nation there. They were egalitarian, So the whole nation voted to simply exterminate other species. Now, we did fend them off first, prevent any attack by building up these citadel stations with lots of defense platforms. I'm pretty sure there was a point at which they were gathering their fleets in Hazra, but we did manage to, show a brave and tough enough face that they never launched an actual invasion. Quite interesting, I think. I thought Fanatical Purifiers, with their sort of 50% bonus to ship fire rate, as well as being advanced AI, they would have gone for it, but they never did. And so luckily we survived, we built, we expanded, and at about the turn of the century we launched our own preventive strike, and we have conquered, eradicated those, I think they were called, what are they called even now? I don't even remember. Canvisum Bloodletters, I think, was the name of that little nation that, we find trouble even finding in the Imperial archives. But we conquered them, we spread them out across our planets, they now serve us as slaves, and will do so forever. We've downgraded them to chattel slavery, and we've taken over their worlds. Very nice. We have secured by securing the northern flag. Probably took us about 20 years, so it wasn't long ago that war ended. But yeah, we were quite lucky to find, right next to actually our homeworlds in Sedurka, we found 2 habitable planets straight away. And then as we expanded westward, we found quite a few more that are not quite the right fit for us, but we found quite a few tundra worlds, kind of mostly south here in Ushakaron, Terrell, and then we found 3 or 4 all the way down here. Essio, Hokri, Bintu, Wenkwort was, I think, is a Gaia world. So we have, any type of alien menace we've encountered, we've subjugated. We've also, Usharkan was, I think, originally an FTL species, as was Rint Bikun, some underground, kind of borrowed little species that we basically just invaded. We've observed them for a while, we gave them a chance. I think the Rint Bikun were about to destroy themselves with nuclear weapons, but Ushakaran people, whatever those species were named, so I think Eve Zorak lived in Ushakaran, Zaxoids lived on Rint Beacon. Here we did a preventive strike before they destroyed themselves. I think their lives are much better put in service of the Emperor than destroying themselves with nuclear weapons. Ushakaran, I mean, they were in the Stone Age, so we brought light to them and we will assimilate them. We have stopped all reproduction of those species. I think they're better off serving the Emperor in the worker jobs. Lucky for them, I thought we only put them in indentured servitude. We have also, built up robots, of course. We've upgraded them recently. The Canvisum, however, 178 species we got. Well, I mean, we also probably killed about 100 species, 100 pops, as we bombarded their planets, as they made some pretty strong last stands and fought viciously to protect themselves. Or protect themselves, I mean, not viciously. They really wanted to invade us. We all know that, so let's not mince words. They were pacified, is what I would say. But they were put to chattel slavery. Now, that is kind of the broad history of our empire. So let's just get the right song. In terms of, just generally, our economy is very strong right now, I would say. Got plenty of minerals. Let me think what is that. Now, we can go planet by planet as well. But we, generally, our planets have a lot of, we have a lot of technophants and horospecs, which is what we get from temples, our United Church. Maybe that's something I should mention. We did ascend about 30 or 40 years into the game, and so we did become a divine augmented empire. This government is a form of techno-spiritualistic autocracy. The official faith of the state is thread through every aspect of public life, and the people consider their augmented ruler an infallible living god. Excellent. And we're hang on. Cybernetic Empire. Yeah, we're Imperial Cybernetic. Imperial Cybernetic governments have a supreme ruler and their designated successor to ensure a seamless succession of power. They unite spiritually and advance cybernetics into unwavering. They unite spiritually and through advanced cybernetics into unwavering. They unite spirituality and advanced cybernetics into unwavering governance. So yeah, the Empire is united. Our leaders have been great. I believe this is our 3rd leader. if I'm not mistaken, Opal Aster. I think Kale was the first one. Omnisire, that is the title it's the custom title we've given them. Our heir is called the Archmagos. So that's where we are, right? We have ascended, and we're producing a ton of unity through our priests, right? Making sure everyone attends church and praises the Emperor. So much so that we've actually unlocked all the traditions we possibly want, all the Ascension perks. We frankly have more Ascension perks that we know what to do with. We're only 60 months away of doing the absolutely last possible tradition, giving us the last Ascension perk. We're kind of leaving these open just to give ourselves some options, as we don't need one right now. We have gone with one vision. First, true unity is achieved only when the ultimate goals of a nation and its people are one and the same. After all, a house divided against itself cannot stand. That's true of us. Eternal vigilance, that was when we got that scare from encountering fanatical purifiers 2 systems away from our capital and the seat of our emperor. So to display weakness is to invite attack. I mean, that's exactly how our history evolved. The price of invading our space must be so high that as few as possible are prepared to meet it, right? And that, I mean, expand, to defense platforms +5, and our defense platforms become, stronger. Our star bases generally do more damage, so we will rely on locking down our empire. It will help us. Not the most greatest perk, but it was very thematic, very immersive, I think, and we can make use of it throughout the game. In preparation for the invasion of, invasion. I say invasion, I really mean preemptive strike. Pardon me. Galactic Force Projection was our next perk. The fleet is the instrument by which the will of our empire is made manifest. We live or die depending on its strength. Indeed, Hasukana Empire knows that like no one else. Then we went with technological ascendancy. Technologies that would have been indistinguishable from magic mere generations ago are now within our reach. A new age of technology has begun. And this we went with because, as we were spending a lot of our resources and time in building up kind of unity to get the supremacy tradition and building the fleet, we kind of neglected science, so we need to catch up. And I think we're kind of ramping that up now. We have 2 perks available. We will see what we get. We do want mega structures. We do want probably titans, maybe. We're kind of thinking about arcology worlds potentially, but we do have enough space. I think instead of arcology world, we maybe go for a ring world if we actually, we kind of need to power through into master builders and galactic wonders for that, though. So that is where we're at in terms of unity. In terms of research, we've been falling behind. Now, obviously, our engineering research is way ahead because many of our these haruspecs and our church, and something I forgot to mention, when we ascended, we had a choice of favoring one of the 4 branches of our empire, hence the emblem of our empire. But we in fact united them into a single church. So we kind of said everyone in the population can choose who they worship, whether it's the craftsmen, kind of like the spiritual leaders, the scientists, etc. Whichever way they contribute to the empire, we don't mind, as long as they do contribute to the empire and dedicate themselves to its prosperity. So each one of those is contributing, obviously engineering research, and we have plenty of those haruspecs and technofans. So we are way ahead on engineering research. We're doing all right on physics, and we're doing pretty badly on society. We're trying to rectify that, but again, we had to fight that war. We had to secure the borders. Security was a priority, so I think we're keeping up. We're maybe behind the most advanced nations, but we're definitely ahead of some other smaller nations. So we're doing all right. Unfortunately, the empire size is massive, so we're getting 150% penalty or increase in tradition and science costs. I mean, we're pumping out so much unity that we're still pretty much very much ahead on that. We will try to ascend our planets, and after we complete the last tradition, we'll try to ascend our planets and just try and reduce that empire size. From now on, we're not grabbing any more we're not claiming any more systems. We'll probably establish a few colonies. Obviously our population growth is huge. I mean, even if we look at our homeworld, okay, here's 4.5, but this is with 72 pops. But when we look at something like Hockery, for example, we're 6. I mean, we're often at like 7. 8.7 growth. Right. The reason this happens is because we also have augmentation centers as part of our ascension, right? And we also went with Seminated Creed. there's another tradition which gives us 4 augmented jobs, and each one of the, yeah, so overall this building with 4 jobs increases population growth by 40%, a whopping 40%. Now that has again depressed our alloy income, which means we had to, because they require alloys for maintenance. We did, of course, build that up, obviously, but this is, all the reason we kind of sacrificed research, is what I'm trying to say, for the first few years. Now, that is roughly where the Empire is, right? I think for a recap, right now we've discovered hyperlanes, so we're building up hyperlanes, almost done. Building up, all the key areas of the Empire. We need to connect the northern part so that we now have 3 pathways down to the south, south, southwest, kind of all the way down out west, reaching our colonies. And we're gonna lay kind of a route north, because who knows what will happen. Now, there is a galactic community. Now, we weren't really at the forefront of it, but in the last election to the Galactic Council, we did actually manage to make it into top 3. And so we're now widely recognized as one of the leaders. I mean, in fact, we should be number 1. I mean, we'll surpass the Union of Panaxala Prima soon, I hope. And we're going to have to, I think most of the policies that have been passed, we have been, in favor. Let's think about how we deal with this in a second. But yeah, we are emerging as one of the strongest nations. Now, also what happened was that we encountered these Jinn-free warriors, which I believe are like the Marauders or some sort of mercenaries, warrior faction. We also ourselves researched, we were the first to unlock the L Gate, which is inhabited by Desano consonants. Now, we did send our science ship in there, and what we saw is that they have some very, very, very strong fleets. Now, we ourselves, I know pushover for sure, but our fleet strength is maybe 60, let's say 80, 110, 150, maybe 200,000, right? And we're in the process of upgrading, maybe 200k. They are sort of like 450. So we've locked down the gate actually, such that they can't travel through here, but we can. The way we did that is by utilizing the astral threads, of which we have plenty, right? We're constantly at the limit. In fact, why don't we go ahead and gain physics insight, just so we can keep gathering these. We have been exploring, and we've explored a lot. We've done almost all anomalies, almost all archaeological sites now. We are still have, some astral... what do they call, astral rifts to explore. We're curious as to what those will bring for us. A few excavation sites still ongoing. In terms of research, we're researching research alternatives, self-evolvement logic. We're doing galactic administrations, which has taken us, it probably was like 120 months when we started this, but we really do need the other civic slots, and we need the system capital complex, as quite a few of our colonies have now are now growing to pretty big size. We're continuing to arm ourselves with better and better weapons as well. In terms of our colonies, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 worlds we've settled. So this is minimal habitable worlds, guys. Minimal, so 0.25x of normal. But we obviously occupied a massive territory. We're obviously paying that price in unity and tech for that, but so be it. Okay, we're pretty close. We could go ahead and just sell some minerals. But yeah, overall we're kind of in a very strong position in mid-game relative to other empires. Now, can we withstand any crisis the galaxy can throw at us? Let's see. Let's go ahead and see. I think that's pretty much it for the narrative recap. Let's maybe go over what is our plan at the moment. Our plan is to build another hyperlane. Then our plan is to destroy this dimensional horror which claimed the life of our immortal scientist, a scientist that was fortunate enough to touch an anomaly that made him immortal, and he was a genius. I think he was ahead of our research, I think. Oh, what a loss. But then he went into the system and this horror took him out before he could even react. So we will go after it. We do have, some Unity enclaves within our space. We have a Scrappers enclave. Otherwise, we do have this strange system which has another, I believe, psionic entity in it. So some sort of Leviathan or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our space. Now we do, in terms of the galaxy and who's who, now everyone's pretty peaceful. Jehetma Dominion, let's have a look at them. Okay, they actually have a species that looks like us. This is because they've dominated Hifnar and Combine. Maybe we'll look at them first, as they're our ally. Okay, now they themselves have Oligarch Gormless to a fault as their leader, but this is not how the species originally looked like. Yeah, they kind of looked exactly the same as us, which we always found odd. But they are a criminal syndicate, peaceful traders. But they have been annoying us. You know, all of our planets have precincts and upgraded precincts. You know, and there's crime has been a problem in this galaxy. We have two criminal syndicates. One is these toxoids, which is the Red Thori Consortium, and the other is the Hifnaran Combine. Now, the Hifnaran Combine is unfortunately under the influence of Jehetma Dominion, so we can't touch it right now. Red Thorny Consortium, though, you know, we do have our eye on them because, you know, we're spending a lot of resources to fighting crime, and every time you knock one of these officers down, you know, the other gang of the galaxy opens up an office, which has been, you know, rather frustrating. Many times have we had crime run completely out of control in our colonies. Now, the Jehetma Dominion, however, is an elective monarchy. This government is a form of enlightened autocracy where a strong emphasis is put on the knowledge and qualifications of the elected monarch. They are a harmonious collective. Harmonious collectives are authoritarian societies where the citizens are devoted to the state without the need for coercion. They are usually friendly towards others so long as they do not meddle in their internal affairs. And these sound like the people we could deal with. We do have a defensive pact with them, and we've held that for probably like 100 years now. Maybe that's also part of the reason the Purifiers never attacked us. They are ruled by Philosopher King, so again, something we could interact with, right? They are also environmentalists. The society seeks to coexist in harmony with nature. Great care is taken to preserve the environment and limit consumerism where possible. And they've also gone with diplomatic corps. The society has a long tradition of rhetoric and debate, and celebrate those who are able to get their way using only words. So yeah, someone we could deal with. They have 700... What? 7... Are you kidding me? 275 pops on one planet. They have 7... Hang on. This cannot be. How did they fit 275 pops on a planet? It must be a... Jehet. Yeah, it must be here, right? Surely. Let's have a look. I'm just curious. Curious whether we even have. Let's see. What's their fleet power? 30, 40, 60, 80, say 100. We're gonna hit 120 because we missed a few thousand. 120, 110, 130. Yeah, okay. So maybe sub 200,000. These guys were hidden or something? Yeah, they probably must be cloaked. Jehet Prime. Okay, 107. Oh, this must be by system. Do they have enough? Oh, yeah, they have habitats here. Okay, that's how they fit 275 pops in here. Fully dedicated to science. Ranger Lodge. Hall of Judgment. There are plenty of crime around. But yeah, look how many researchers they have. That's crazy. 48 researchers. Man. Okay. That's Jehetma Dominion. I mean, no wonder, you know, they want to engage with the community. They have a lot of diplomatic weight. Current value. Where do they get it from? From pops, economy, technology, fleet power. Most of our weight comes from fleet power. Some from pops. Yeah, the economy, technology is where we're far behind. Yeah. We do have some research agreements, so we are catching up. Yeah, so Hifnaran Combine, Jehetma Dominion, Red Thoric, and so on. The Union of Panaxar Prima is the next another member of the Galactic Council. Their executive committee, this government is a materialistic form of oligarchy where a powerful bureaucracy governs the state and guides the citizenry towards productive and meaningful goals. They're erudite explorers. Erudite explorers value exploration and discovery process above all other things. They will gladly trade for the knowledge they seek, but are not above taking it by force if it proves necessary. Okay, they're improving relations with us. They themselves are masterful. They're xenophile and materialist. We ourselves are fanatic spiritualists and authoritarian. Jehetma Dominion, let's have a look, sorry, are also authoritarian but fanatic pacifists. So we have a lot in common with them. I think we have a lot in common with Union of Panaxala Prima. Yeah, they also have diplomatic corps. Okay, masterful crafters and mining guilds they have, right? Their penchant for meticulous crafting lies at the heart of the society. Deft appendages and keen sensory organs aid them in creating truly wondrous treasures, even in the most basic of trades. They also have powerful mining guilds. Several large mining guilds have reached a dominant position in the society. The government relies heavily on their support. Okay, pathetic fleet power, so that's kind of good. We do have embassies here with all of these. What about Jehetma's? Equivalent fleet power, yeah, superior economy and superior research. But these are the, yeah, we're effectively the leaders of the galaxy. Now, Union of Panaxala Prima has also built a mutual assistance accord, which includes Union of Panaxala, Red Thori Consortium, and Phoetician Regime. Phoetician Regime is this little nation here, currently they have a storm passing through them. But this is a martial dictatorship, also something we can respect, I think. This government is a militaristic form of autocracy, where the warrior who is considered the strongest leader rules with absolute power. They're ruthless capitalists. Ruthless capitalists are willing to go to any length to acquire more wealth and resources for themselves and their empire. They tend to avoid evenly matched fights, preferring to pounce on the weak and helpless. They have pathetic fleet power, so we have nothing to fear from them. They are fanatic spiritualists, just like us. They are militarists. They have warrior culture. Again, unsurprisingly, society has developed into a hardy warrior culture. Martial prowess is valued above all else, and true glory can only be found on the field of battle. They have storm devotion. Ever since ancient times, the society has been able to attract tempests through their rituals. Over the years, they combined technical innovations to enhance their efficiency. With the dawn of the space age, they now seek to take this knowledge to the stars. We had, a few galactic storms pass through. One was actually very beneficial to us. I kind of like that feature. It's not too much, not game-changing, but I like it so far. We have sort of mishmash of whatever down here. I guess the Red Thori Consortium, maybe that's the last one. Let's take an overview of these. Oligarch Cyan Bulb is ruling them. They are also fanatic spiritualists, but egalitarian, unlike us. Inferior to us in all respects. They are harming our relations. Yeah, well, we're not fans of these because they keep popping their offices, and we're kind of thinking maybe we will actually invade them at some point, because the galaxy we need to stomp out crime in the galaxy. And if these guys decided to get these the criminal syndicate into their midst, unfortunately, we might have to pacify these Union of Panaxala Prima and Phoetician Regime. We'll see, but this needs to end. Our emperor is pretty tired of this nonsense on our planets. Selling drugs, smuggling, just disturbing order. But yeah, that's where we're at. There's a bunch of kind of little... This alliance of Rukrak has been the victim. They've been kind of punched by everybody. They've, I think, also broke up. Some sort of internal strife. I'm not sure. There's also this regime of Kel. Weirdly has the same system as us. What are they? Spiritualist, militarist, xenophile, theocratic dictatorship. As long as they worship the emperor, we could maybe find a common language. Possibly. Authority of Grim Shepherd. Are these necroids? Militarist, xenophile. Yeah. Overall, fairly benign galaxy. But I guess I don't think anyone can really challenge us militarily, so we're pretty safe. Now, I think that's pretty much it for the overview, guys. That's half of this episode, as promised. I hope you, for those who are maybe clicking on this video and want to join in on the story, now that we're in the mid-game, obviously this will be a lot more about, the kind of pan-galaxican plays versus other empires, versus mid-game crisis, end-game crisis. It'll be much more macro from this point on, as opposed to the first kind of 150 years of the game, where we, every system exploration kind of mattered. Every system, these little wars, all of that kind of hung in the balance. Now it will, a lot of this will be about the macro decisions. So let's go ahead and, I was going to say unpause, but just before we unpause, let's go ahead and just remind ourselves. So so research-wise, we're waiting on this. We are, kind of running low on food. That's fine. We got research going. Let's have a look at our planets maybe quickly. Here we're scaling up. We got plenty of jobs. We just need population growth to fill them up. We have the housing. That's fine. Sedurka Prime. A couple of jobs we have. Well, we don't have any more districts. Yeah, this is our prime mining world because every engineer here gets engineering. And we got lots of mining districts. We got obviously the mineral purification plants here. Okay, a couple of jobs left. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, after this, I guess, yeah, after these jobs are filled, probably just stagnate, really. I mean, we might just transfer these 6 people occasionally somewhere else, and then let this planet produce clerks again. But let's see, if our colony needs settlers, then we have 4 spare. Let's remember that. Sedurka Prime. Sedurka Secundus, a generator world. Although really a mining world in disguise. Engineering research from jobs. Unstable tectonics. I mean, to be honest, should really be in a temple world or something like that, but I mean, it is what it is. We're producing robots here, kind of a bit of this and that. Yeah, I guess we could only ever build 3 generator districts here. If we ever need to switch this to a mining world, we could, I suppose. But yeah, we can only support 13 districts here, so yeah, let's just scale up. Again, this is somewhere we can get clerks out from to other worlds. We'll probably, upgrade the temples when we can. So there's a few jobs to be created here once we upgrade some buildings. But yeah, overall kind of a small Arctic colony. Not bad. Okay, Puntrazed Prime. That's also among our core worlds, home worlds. This is another generator world, again, kind of producing quite a bit of food for us as well. Still an impassable mountain blocker on here, which we don't have the technology to clear. 4, that's 8, 11. So we should be able to unlock a couple of districts. Yeah, we have +1 district from the size of planet from expansion. So a couple of districts available here once we get rid of the volcano. Oh, the criminals taking over jobs. Okay, we'll again grow into here with the robots and near Hesukar, and we can transfer these robots from here to other planets to populate. So, okay, so Puntrazed Prime has some settlers on it. Yeah, obviously very stable. Everyone's very happy nearby. Okay, Sol X. Okay, here plenty of capacity of population. We need researchers here. Right, so we need technicians, we need clerks. So in fact, we definitely have one Hesukar pop coming online here. So 4 more researcher jobs available really on Sol X, right? So why don't we these 3 clerks resettle to Sol X. Robot technician, like clerk. No, we don't need. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, maybe this is, yeah, we must have already done this. So yeah, all of these are robots, are they? No, Neo-Hesukaran miners. Yeah, and these we really want to be miners because miners here produce 13 and some amenities even. Whereas robots produce only 11 minerals. Interesting. What I guess maybe I forgot to mention is that with our species, we have modified our species now, and we've put in bioadaptability, we put vocational genomics, and we put universal augmentations, and that means every month there's a number of our species that gets adapted to the job they're doing, becoming kind of more and more proficient in it. So yeah, making us more powerful. It's going to take a bit of time. It wasn't too long that we did that, but our 666 population. We're going to keep growing that, and our pops will keep adapting. So here we actually do want to keep these miners in these jobs, I think. I mean, we do have plenty of minerals, however. So, but fine. For now, okay, there's probably not a lot of people we could transfer from Sedurka. I didn't think about that. Now here, yeah, clerks are also robots. Now, Neo-Hesukaran farmers, we could definitely transfer. Right, because yeah, let's go ahead and Puntrazed Prime, resettle to Sol X. Much better to use our Neo-Hesukarans Yeah, instead of them being farmers, 1, 2, 3. Let's put them into researcher jobs. Right, as opposed to Secundus. There's Punchers at Prime, yeah. So now we don't have any clerks in here, and that's fine by me. We don't need the amenities on here. We could chew through some food, actually, frankly. And we have 6 Neo-Hesukarans here in the food jobs. Is that really necessary? 6 Neo-Hesukarans. Okay, that's Punchers at Prime. Now let's see, Sol X. Yeah, we could fill this up. Frankly, we'll fill this up now with 1 more job. So we definitely put in 1 more, but let's keep this growth up. That's fine. What we should do on Sol X is just get a building queue going. Okay, we also have impassable mountains on here, which we'll need to sort out. We do have pulverized monuments here, so Unity. Unity is a good thing to build here. This is our research world, however. Okay, should really be in our Unity. Well, so yeah, it's a Unity and Science world. So with the next few building slots, we should definitely focus on. Yeah, we have to focus on advanced research and more Unity. Definitely a temple is in order, and maybe 3 more research labs, I would think. But for that, we need buildings. Could go ahead and build a city world for 1 extra building. Get it some more advanced research complexes, for example. I think research should be the priority right now, rather than Unity. But yeah, I mean, we could also just build, 3 industrial worlds, let's say, because we need jobs on here. Because these guys, it's a waste, right? Isn't it? Oh, I mean, okay, these, yeah. But let's build kind of 3 industrial districts. It's not gonna hurt. They will be built, yeah, in between. Plenty of jobs here, plenty of space to grow. 25-sized Gaia world. It was actually teleported from the story of Solex is that we've traded. We found this weird species in Dacia world that we have been observing. They live in like 4 different Gaia worlds. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And they kind of said, hey, why don't you leave us alone and we'll give you 1 Gaia world in your home system. And we agreed to that. So we just kind of let them sit there. They're benign. They don't seem to rebel against the Emperor, so we just left them there. Now, these were our home worlds. Let's go back to the western part. So these are western worlds. Here we have Hokri Prime, where our governor sits, Asher Proxy. Here we're building an industrial district. It's a 19-sized world. Nothing to clear here. Exotic gases from miners. Nice. So this is actually... Okay, interesting. We don't need minerals. That's the thing. Okay, let's just grow into this, and then we will rejig our worlds. We'll kind of optimize them later on. Okay, we're missing amenities, but that's really because we're missing a... what we're really missing is a temple. That's what we need on here. We're building an industrial district for some reason. But we actually don't have enough food, if anything. Yeah, this is a factory world that helps us produce consumer goods. I would replace one of these food districts, perhaps, with a city district. Just so we get 1 more building in here. Yeah, it's mostly slaves. Yeah. Okay. Hokru Prime. Yeah, factory world. Interesting one. Yeah, we need a temple here. Yeah, and this is a gas world. We need to remember that, maybe. Bintu Prime. Again, in part of the Western world's 19-sized tundra, so perfect for us. We can remove this with Beaten Crime on here. Anti-crime campaign. And we can end the anti-crime campaign. We have 1 metallurgist here. We do have rare crystals from miners here, plus 0.2. Very interesting. Some impassable mountains. Okay, but we really needed money when we built this, and we don't need minerals. So frankly, yeah. So this one in Hokri, Okri needs to be a mining world because we would get gases. Bintu needs to be a mining world because we would get crystals. Oh yeah, we really need volatile motes though. Okay, but something to consider. Something to consider. And we kind of made this into a generator world, but fine. Let's go ahead and build a city district to get more housing, get another building slot. We have the nexus here. Yeah, we need more jobs on here. With these, then we'll have 6 districts. I want to leave. Maybe we'll build mining districts here in the future. Let's see. Yeah, we're kind of in a good balance right now. I have probably too much minerals, too many minerals. Okay, let's set this like so and leave it there. Wencourt Prime, 19-sized Gaia world. Designated as a tech world because researchers' output on here get plus 10% and society research gets plus 25%. However, well, we were just developing this world, so we never really got a tech thing going. Let's go ahead and build a city for an extra building slot. Once we get to 25 pops, we will upgrade this. That'll give us another building slot, so we'll probably put a couple of tech labs on here. Yeah, other than that, we just need to grow, right? Yeah. Get more alloys is always good. This will obviously increase our volatile motes upkeep. But hey, that's life, isn't it? Let's leave this for now because, yeah, we're going to have plenty of jobs. Okay. Now, Usha Karan is our sort of southern outpost. All the way down here. What have we got? We have 1 building slot. We have any special features? Rare crystals from miners. Ooh, yeah, we kind of messed this up. Rare crystals from miners 0.4. Crystal forest. Nice. Okay, we should have made this a mining world, but for various reasons we weren't optimizing. We were just building things wherever we could. So we got to think about this. We'll think about this. We got this something else that should be a mining world, whereas we made it a generator world. Without an actual nexus, weirdly. That's fine, look. What happened, right? It would make sense to build an energy grid on here, just to boost the output of credits. Not that we need them at the moment, but we might do. But let's do that. Usha Khan. Okay, coal bath. These are the worlds we conquered from the Khan. So the fanatical purifiers, what do they have? Exotic gases from miners here. They have fuming bogs. Okay, this should also have possibly been a mining world, but okay, well, yeah, there's plenty of jobs here. We're fighting crime. Yeah, there's plenty of jobs on here. Plenty on coal bath. We just need to grow. Yeah. I mean, lots of slaves here also, but lots of soldiers to keep order. But yeah, this just needs to grow. So Khan, no special features. It's worlds like these that should really be our food worlds, right? Okay, we got like plenty of chemical plants and... Yeah, but once we get all of this online, that's the thing, we don't have enough pops on these. Once we get all of this online, we'll be fine with volatile motes. Frankly, chemists. I think chemists are the ones that produce volatile motes, right? Yeah. So let's get these prioritized because, we don't want to deal with those deficits. But okay, Khan. Jorgen is another world we conquered from the Khan, or pacified, or liberated. And here we just need, anti-crime campaign. We've beaten all the crime here. So let's end the anti-crime campaign. Mining world, rare crystals from miners. Yes, this is finally we made the right decision. So let's go ahead and build that up. Put these in, and then we get clerks in here. Right. Okay, then Enif is a little region here, also part of the bloodletters, formerly. Where is it? Enif. So Avasor and Enif. Enif is the capital, it seems, of this. Yeah, this is where the governor sits. So it is kind of the capital of the thing. Yeah, okay, plenty of jobs here to do. Let's go ahead and remove this. Make sure everyone moves up if they can. Yeah, plenty of growth, plenty of jobs to fill. Avasaur, likewise, it's even too small. It's actually a colony still, but we have augmenters here, so we're growing nice and fast. Let's get this up and running. 2 special features: volatile motes from miners and unity from jobs. All right. Well, so we could build a couple of these just to get some volatile motes. I mean, we have plenty of minerals though. Okay, we'll think about kind of how to rejig our economy. Okay, and finally, SEO Prime is just north of the Western worlds here, all the way out in the west. But I think, yeah, it's also actually pretty big now. But yeah, plenty of jobs, just need to beat the crime. Yeah, no special features. So that worlds like these should really be the food worlds. I'm actually going to build up more agriculture here because we're going to transfer agricultural production over to this place. Along with generator districts will, because yeah, and then in the worlds where we have, you know, good mining prospects, we'll remake those into mining worlds instead. Yeah, plenty of jobs. It's fine. Rint Beacon, also, that was it has an underground civilization living on it, but we have the anti-crime campaign going. Yeah, we do have enforcers. Wow, and still it's 85% crime. Go ahead and upgrade this, get more of these guys in here. Special feature, minerals from jobs 25%. Okay, quicksand basin and deep sinkhole. Okay, let's deal with crime. There's plenty of other jobs. This one we just need to wait. Another mining world potentially, but currently designated as the generator world. There we are. Okay, let's go ahead and unpause at a slow speed. And finally, for the last 15 minutes, I mean, this is an episode primarily aimed, you know, just a recap, just to make it easier for people to follow. Maybe if you skipped a few episodes, you can get back into the series, hopefully. Now, let's have a look at our construction ships. We have kind of built this up. Let's go ahead and maybe build a hyper relay. Yeah, this guy's building 2 hyper relays here, and we will build hyper relays here after that. Okay, there is already, okay, this one already has a hyper relay. Yep. Let's build this up just so we have access to Waleos, kind of to our eastern flank. Leader level up, Fade Guardia. Who is he? A commander. What is he doing? He is no orders. Okay, he's part of the. Okay, our fleets are sitting here, maybe waiting to attack that guy. Admiral, right? What does he have? Planning army build speed, army cost, army build speed. He's a unifier. So we need more admirals. Decided. A little bit over our cap in star bases, so we do need to rectify that, and we will.
Receiving communications.
Okay, Jehetma Dominion, elected monarchy. So we can learn, wow, 32, I share just a few. Yeah, let's agree. That will be a big catch up. Yeah. Yeah, because we really need to catch up. Yeah, we really need to catch up massively in terms of tech. They're 30 techs ahead. I mean, they're practically living in like a parallel universe compared to us. We need to get stronger. ASAP. Astral actions. Dimensional shift. No, this is fine. Yeah, we've used everything we can. We don't need astral boost right now. We have relics. Obviously, we found the Voltairean reality perforator that helps us to fight. Proclaim religious revelation. Okay, we found the L gates, so to be honest. Spiritual ethics attraction for 100 of these. Celebrate diversity. Unity gained 10,000. Proclaim religious revelation. 10,000 unity for 100 artifacts. Yes, of course I do. Yeah. I mean, this is costing us an absolutely fortune to work through those work through those traditions. That's how it is. Now, yeah, these hyper relays are being built. This guy is not doing much, so let's make him build a hyper relay here. And another hyper relay here. Here, we'll just keep building that. Do we have a... We do have a construction ship over here. Alright, so let's just build this up. And otherwise, yeah, we have everything connected. Everything is great. We do need another... We need another trading kind of outpost. Kind of around here, just to collect all this trade from here, right? Here, kind of 1, 2... we do have a few mega structures, which are mostly Dyson spheres. We have a really good one here. Dyson swarms, rather. This one's giving us 250 credits. We have another in Litugena system.
Technology secured.
And then we also have another one, yeah, in Withril. Dyson swarm. Yeah. 156 it's giving us. Very nice. We also have these arc furnaces. Hang on, one in Regis system. Mining station output improves uncovered deposits to 2. Upkeep 40. Uncovered deposits to size 3 and 1 alloy. Monthly upkeep 70, yeah. I mean, we don't need more minerals right now, so let's leave those alone. Technology researched autocannons, large caliber ballistic weapons that fire cased explosive shells. The main advantage of these cannons is their high rate of fire. Nice. We do have battleships unlocked. I think, well, I mean, Jehetma Union has battleships also. Let's maybe have a look even. Do they actually have battleships? No. Can you believe it? They only have cruisers. No. Those must be, yeah, they do have battleships. Okay. Well, battleships helped us a lot in our fight versus the Bloodletters. Do we want large? Let's do flat cannons. Battleship hull points. So let's just keep kind of getting all these basic techs. Large kinetic battery. Very long artillery capable of hurling powerful rounds over extreme distances with large degree of accuracy. Shield damage, no. Yeah, let's get flat cannons. We don't really use them anywhere. Negative effects from cosmic storms on ship weapons. Battleship hull points. Let's do flat cannons. I don't really like any of those too much. So let's go with flat cannons. Or a little bit of an upgrade. Go ahead and sell some minerals. No, okay, we have plenty of everything. It's not great that we're not kind of using that. We really need to get more research. Get more research labs on here. Occupy. So bin 2 for
Spaceborne lifeform encountered.
Yeah, Wencourt needs to be a researcher output type world. Right, so let's go ahead and pump a research lab here. Although I can see we don't have a Sanctum of Augmentation here, which would give us Unity, Engineering, Research, and Amenities. Okay, let's prioritize research, however, again. Astral Rift event pending. Okay, the corridors. Yeah, this is one of the events we've been following. Dixie Manifold was able to decompile the code. The programming language itself is highly advanced, and the algorithms have an elegant simplicity. This entire structure has been procedurally generated. Though we have not fully deciphered its patterns, there is very clearly a set of rules this environment is following. We are taking back samples of the building materials, which have shown to possess some unique self-replicating properties. Further testing is required, but we theorize that placing this material in any location and applying the correct instructions will generate an entirely new system of similar corridors. Ooh, procedural space modified. Building slots +1. Max corporate buildings in our branch offices +1. Ends the Astral Rift exploration. What fascinating material. Wow. Hang on. So Rift explored. New actions available. Planner Mastery unlocks new edicts, astral binding, astral shielding, and dimensional artificing. This action can be used only once. Okay, let's use it since we have the astrals. Okay, let's have a look. What are these edicts? What are these edicts? Dimensional artificing. +5 minor artifacts per month. Astral shielding. Shield hit points and shield hardening. There's no stronger barrier than a tightly knit lattice of astral threads. Astral binding. We have learned how to weave astral thread into any other material in the universe. It is the very fabric of dimension. Okay, 194 per month. Well, we need to produce that many first, and we're producing 60. Alright, okay. Fine, now our fleet here. Is there anything else for us to reach? We only have 2 years until this gate gets unlocked, which I'm a little bit apprehensive of. Okay. v3.13 has an excavate. Let's excavate this archaeological site, ruined station. A large station orbiting in alarmingly close proximity to the neutron star is giving off strange readings. Although its current position is stable, it shows considerable wear and tear. A proliferation of scorch marks indicates that it was rocked by several large explosions in the past. Okay, let's go ahead with that. And actually here, guys, I think I'm going to take a break on this episode. It was mostly dedicated to the recap. I think, I think we've covered all the key points. Hopefully people can re-engage with the series, from this point on. I think things will be different. Things will be going a little bit more faster paced. Yeah, I realized this was a slow episode, but I think that's fine. So yeah, Hezekiah Empire is in good shape to see the mid-game, but by no means are we, overpowered or, kind of, it's a done deal that we're gonna actually survive this, I think, when we hit the mid-game and late-game crisis. So yeah, let's see how this evolves. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.